Hello tubers, it's Socket Man here. It is early May 2013. I finished up tax season, so that was pretty crazy this year. So now I've got a little bit of spare time back, and I'm back on working on the infield. As you can probably hear, I have a cold. I don't know how I managed to get through the entire winter in Canada and flu bugs flying around all over the place and wasn't sick, and now I get a cold now, so lovely. Anyway, I am puttering away here on the oil cooler. We tore this apart and put it through the sandblaster, so it looks pretty much like new. Pretty good shape with the end caps. Did a little redneck machining, which is sandpaper on the or emery cloth on the table, and cleaned up the end caps. So what I'm working on right now is the anodized. I'm assuming these are black anodized bolts. There's 10 of them, basically 5 on each of the end caps, and I need to tidy those up. So I was going to, pop them out and have them re-anodized, but I'm trying to do as much as I can myself. So the original owner, Dave, is also a model railroader, and he has this chemical here called Blacken It, and it is made for instantly blackens metal, not for aluminum or for stainless. So it's a chemical basically that you drop it in there for 60 to 90 seconds and it turns the metal black. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. As with any chemical processes, it's all about prep. So I'm going to wash these in a Varsol bath. I'll give them a little rinse in acetone, blow them off. Then I'm going to take them into the sandblaster and I'll bead blast the rust off the end. And then back into the acetone, and then blow off with the compressed air. And then into the Blacken It. And then a rinse off in some soapy water afterwards to get the chemical off, and then soak down in some WD-40. So there's about a 50-step process just to clean up 10 bolts. Actually, there's another 5 or 6 on the old oil pump cover that I need to do as well. But I'm going to do an experiment on one, make sure it goes okay, and then if it does, then I'll do the rest of them. Anyway, the wheels are out at Greg Krikorissian's. He's up in Ottawa, our nation's capital. He has the front wheel relaced, but he's just waiting on the spokes for the rear wheel, so that's good. I've got the brake assemblies are all washed up now, so that's my next polishing job, to get it the front and rear brake plates basically. So they've tidied up. They're in pretty good shape. I was just reading something on the infield users group there, on if anyone else is on there, about the actual brake linings maybe hardening up over the years, and this does. I don't know what they should feel like to the touch, but they talk about possibly on older ones getting them relined just because they have gone hard. There's not any significant wear on these because there just wasn't a whole lot of mileage on the bike. So that's the next thing that I've got to do a little research on, and maybe I'll be relining the brakes, I'm not sure. So that's all for now. I'll hopefully get back to puttering away on projects and doing more video updates as I go along. Cheers. Okay tubers, I've got all the screws are all cap screws, bolts I guess, are all prepped. They've been sandblasted and washed and rinsed and all that good stuff, so they've all come out pretty well. I've got some of the Blacken It chemical solution here, so I'm going to do a test. Just one. They say to put it in there for 30 to 90 seconds and then take it out and either damp, just damp pat it dry, I guess, with a cloth, or rinse it in some soapy water. So I've got the soapy water here. I think I'd rather rinse it in the soapy water, make sure the chemical is off and neutralized. So alright, so here it goes. One in. Timer is at 10 seconds to the minute, so I'll check Oh, I think I've got an air bubble in the end. That's frustrating. Alright, set the camera down, get rid of air bubble. Okay, I'm back. The air bubble in the end is gone now, so we're just coming up on a minute, minus my screwing around time to get rid of the air bubble, so I'll go a full minute and a half and see what happens here. Da-da-da. Surfaces. Can't really tell because it's a blue fluid. Can't really see it. It does appear to have darkened things up. Alright, oops, sorry for the jiggling. 90 seconds, roughly, give or take. Well, now my buddy did mention that if you roll it around a bit, some of the blacking can come off of it, so I'm not going to roll it around too much. There's a definite difference between the before and after. So I'll go over here and just give a little rinse in the soapy solution. Pick it up in a different spot. Give it another little rinse. Now I'll set the camera down and I'll just blow it dry with the air. Alright, well there's the first one. It did definitely blacken it. You can see the difference between the two. I'm not just 100% sure how long that will last. And I should probably do a little test to see if I put some WD-40 on there or light oil of some sort to keep the corrosion from happening, whether that will somehow take that coating. I don't think it's not really a coating, it's etched the metal. It's got to be some sort of an acid of some sort, so I got to think that that's fairly resilient as far as color wise, but not 100% sure how it is from an anti-corrosion standpoint. So anyway, I'll do a little test with some oil on it, make sure it doesn't just go all silver again. But as you can see, between the difference between the not done and the done one, it has definitely blackened it. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know when I get the oil pump back together. Cheers.